First of all, before I start, I want you to know this. San messed up this timeline, our timeline, the moment they started messing with the collider. And if you don't know what San is, you can make your research and self-educate yourself and stop waiting for anyone to teach you everything. What I'm about to say, you can go ahead and call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you want, but the bottom line of everything still remains that I don't care whatever you think of me. And let me say this, and I want to be clear. There are many life forms that lives among us, and they are actually called extraterrestrial or aliens. But the spoiler alert still remains that they are still us. We are the aliens and the extraterrestrial beings. Come to think of it, have you ever heard of P47 before? If you haven't, I will tell you. P47 is us from the future, like 47,000 years from now. If you have watched the movie Tomorrow's War, you understand where I'm going with this. And these aliens, extraterrestrial we hear about all the time, is actually humans that went into hiding underground bunker and built a civilization there, waiting for the apocalypse and its radiation to end so that they can come out and repopulate the earth again. But they stayed there for long, and since they were not getting sunlight and being around the earth atmosphere that they were used to, they started mutating underground, which many scientists has exposed this to the public. But guess what? They were deleted, either gone missing or diseased, which we have this in the lives of David Wilcock and Amy Eskridge, who died mysteriously for raising concern. And Amy Eskridge was also in the process of revealing free energy, which is ether. She was deleted because they know if she achieves that, then the oil companies and the corporations will end. Look, there is a lot going on this world which you and I live in, but you are too blind to see it because you are blinded by religion, doctrines, fear, ignorance, and lust. People who are aware of what is happening in this world are very few. That is why it is said that many are called, but few are chosen. And whenever they try to speak up, they will be silenced. They say the same thing in a movie called 212, and the world you and I know today has already ended in 212, which the Great Reset happened in 2020. Listen, soon you start to hear and see uncomfortable things, no matter how ignorant you choose to be. For it will be so obvious to the extent that it will be irresistible for you not to see it. Do you remember when Trump said that we are going to be introduced to aliens or extraterrestrial beings, which is going to take place by 2028? Spoiler alert, the aliens which they want to introduce to us is already living among us. You won't know because they shape to blend in. And if you think I'm crazy, no problem. Go and watch the movie called The Iron and the Sky. Remember, they tell us the truth in plain sight, which is in fictions. And this movie, I'm telling you now, it's going to tell you all you need to know about this world and how it works. And when you are done watching this movie, your whole narrative will change. You'll find out that everything happening in this world today is staged. Be it religion, the government, the schools, the media, even wars and conflicts and dispute that is happening between country and country is nothing but a staged event because they are all under one umbrella. And in this movie, I found out that the earth is neither flat or round. Rather, the earth is hollow. Watch this thing.
My brother ordered us to take our ship and move underground. You see, the earth is hollow. In the center, you find enough failure for all of us.
And when I dug more deeper, I found out that Bermuda Triangle is not just a mysterious place that is just existing. Rather, it is also a portal and a gateway. And what about Antarctica, the ice wall? I hate to break it to you, but the ice wall was never a wall. It is an entrance. Haven't you wondered why there's pyramids in Antarctica? And if you have watched the movies Transformer, you are going to see how gateways and portals were opened from the pyramids. And how about the North Pole and South Pole? Who do you think inhabit the lands that is down under? That is where extraterrestrial beings or aliens comes in. And who are these aliens? It is still us. I know you still doubt me, which is normal, but have you watched the movie Mutant Ninja Turtles? Those turtles were not just a random mutant movies. Rather, it is part of a government failed experiment that they wanted to create a super soldiers. And remember, in that movie, their master, which is Splinter, was once a human, but later mutated into a rat. Well, that will be an explanation for another day. And back to what I said in the beginning, which is how San messed up our timeline with the collider. It all started with Mandela effect, which occurred when scientists smashed particles together nearly the speed of light, which they ripped open reality and shifted us into a complete different timeline. And when that happened, a lot changed. Just like they rewrote reality, which we know as Mandela effect. That's why a lot of paranormal activities are happening in this world today, because it's a time glitch and we are not meant to be here. And of course, you know about this because you are obviously busy with Jesus is coming soon, without you knowing that Jesus has already came way back in 2012 with Wave of Consciousness, without you even knowing. And that's what awakening and rapture is. Damn. I just feel as if I'm talking to myself alone in a mirror. And I know you guys don't understand this, and it makes me feel lonely. Nah, man.